All right, we live. Peace, peace.
Gang, gang.
Peace, peace. What's good?
What's good, fellas? How are we doing, man?
We are doing. I'm doing
Sipping,
all right,
man.
man. Listen,
One cup clean, one cup not. About to find out which one.
nah, mine's is all the way clean, just pure agua over here, man.
All right, we live right now. Peace to everybody on IG. Peace
Nigga,
to
this Scully gang
everybody.
tonight? I didn't get the fucking memo. Niggas got the
Nah,
niggas is PMF Scullied out tonight. I would have rocked my joint, son. Damn.
Hey, listen,
listen, blame mine on the bad hair day.
listen.
When a bald nigga tell you got a bad head, that's one for the
Hey,
age.
dog. Hey, dog. It's cold outside.
It's tough
man.
times out here, kid. Bad
Damn,
hair day.
NWA hard times it is.
Nah, times ain't hard at all, man. We living and thriving, man. What's good with y'all, though, man? We got a lot to talk about. A lot happened in the world of pro wrestling. I mean,
Cooking. It's gonna be a good night. You know what I'm saying? Very good
Cooking.
weekend ahead.
Yes, sir.
Rosario, new EP coming out tomorrow.
Nice.
So my
Nice.
love. Make sure y'all check that out. Next week I will be in North Carolina. Rally. We are in the Fest, Stat Fest. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Noah and those guys out in the Durham Raleigh area. You know what I mean? We'll be in the North Carolina region next week. So I'll probably be potting from North Carolina most likely. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a nice little vibe. Nice little vibey in the Carolinas. Some good warm weather, hopefully. Necessary.
Yes, sir. Yo.
Thankfully we avoided that snowstorm too.
Yo, that's a fact, man. Yo, because if we had that snowstorm, we wouldn't have been able to make it to that the HOG show, man. That's what I was worried about. All we did was just get some rain, and we was cool.
it wasn't bad at all. Wasn't bad at all. Of course, we're gonna talk about a little bit about that House of Glory show, Brace for Impact. Speaking of Impact, there's some TNA PPV. They're back in business officially this weekend. So we'll chop it up about that. A lot going on, man. A lot going on. Battle in the Valley, New Japan, of course. But let's start the show with the show before the show, otherwise known as Survey Time. The survey written by the good law, man, Chad Law. This one is Brody King really the best TNT champion of all time?
Stir some shit up.
Yeah, I mean, and in preparation for this, I brought up all of the current list, I should say, of former TNT champs. Answer's no. For my money, I'd probably go with either Darby or Cody. Cody for the status, Darby just because he's been the workhorse of that division. It's basically the Darby Allin championship has been for a minute. Or you can go with Christian Cage. Christian Cage right now is having a hell of a run, best heel in the business. But to answer your question as far as yes or no, nah. Brody left his mark for sure, but best TNT champ of all time, not for my book.
Man, you took my whole answer. Wow, that's exactly what I was about to say. It was a no for me. Unfortunately, I think if he was still alive today, I think he would have been if he had continued in the path that he was doing. But like Ao said, I think it would have been either Darby or Cody, because I looked at the stats and fortunately Brody only had the belt for like I think a month and a half, I think, or something like that. But like I said, if he had continued, he would have been. And right now, Christian Cage is killing it. So if he continues going the way he's going, he's going to be up there. So short answer, no.
They put this over heavily on Dynamite that Brody Lee, greatest TNT champion of all time. You know, much respect. You know, memoriam of him. We put one up. Salute. You know what I'm saying, to Brody. You know what I'm saying. Fly high.
Salute, man. For real.
But Cody Rhodes is the greatest TNT champion of all time. Let's be real. 3-time on him. You know what I'm saying? When we in the Cody verse, ain't no coming back. Pause.
I think, to be honest, I think by the time, maybe in another year or so, I expect Darby to have that championship at least another 4 times before he retires. You know what I'm saying? I think at the end of the day, like, it's probably going to be Darby at some point. You know what I mean? I don't really see Darby being the world champ anytime soon, so I can see him compete. Maybe he goes over to that international division, but, for my book, I'm going with, I think the consensus is probably Cody is definitely on all 3 of our lists. You got Darby right there. Yeah. Christian's killing it. So, But peace to Brody Lee. Peace to y'all. Let's start this show one time for the one time.
Peace to the gods, the ringside club hard. My name is A.O. Say you're the Ron the Don. Blame Boogie while you at it, blame Chad Law. K-Fabe is dead, break the fourth wall. Whatever style, whether it's lucha or strong style. Come through the venue, fly, burn the bar down. Back to the pad, chop it up for the par. Ringside club, intro to the squad as the show starts.
Peace, 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 peace to y'all, man. Peace to the kings, the queens, the gods, the earths, skig, skag, scallywags, boys, girls, children of all ages. We in the building right here. It's the three of us, Peace the Book, of course, outside on the assignment. But we're here, man, like we usually do, broadcasting live from the Empire Tri-State. It's the best team in the business, this business. It's the Ringside Club, the mightiest of the mighty, the RSC, the almighty, man. So we're here, episode number 70 of those things, man. Every Thursday, we're live right here, Instagram, right here on Twitter, right here, or X, or whatever you want to call it, of course, on YouTube. So we're live sometime between the hours of 9 and 10 every Thursday night. But if you want to catch us on demand, you can do so. The video is on YouTube, the audio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all other podcast platforms. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, tell a friend, and the place you need to go for everything Ringside Club, all things RSC, is the ringsideclub.com. You get your merch right there. All the past episodes are right there. All the future episodes are going to be right there. The blogs, anytime we put pen to paper, it's going to be up there. Everything involving the RSC is right there. And before I pass the mic to the gentleman, I want to wish a happy birthday to Letty and Queen PR. Happy birthday to y'all.
Happy birthday, ladies.
Shouts to those wrestling girls and things of that nature. But that being said, as far as I go, my name is A.O. You can follow me everywhere at I am A.O. Baker. Pass it to the left, What's good?
Go ahead, Chad.
Just a kid.
Yep.
CHADLAW, Younger Diver himself, a.k.a. Law Nigga. You know what I mean? It's the guy right here. I'm over here scrolling it up.
Young Cadaver.
We got to get right now, man. It's only right. You know
Peace to the Kaniga family. That was some
Shout out to the
shit.
Kaniga family, man.
The Kanigas.
I can't wait till he makes his WWE like cameo debut, son.
Yo, did you? I would love. I saw like the person has to announce that over the speakers. Seeing that for the first time. Imagine not getting clarification before you say it.
So easily one of the best things
Tremendous.
I've seen this week was just that alone. I was like, you can't make this up. Like the pops is dead serious too. Like, nah, it's the Kaniga family. Like, this is
The
us.
Kaniga. We're the Kanigas.
We're the Kanigas.
We're the Kanigas.
Oh, all right.
And then seeing the Yakubian folks just be like, yeah, I'm not saying this out loud. And it's just like, yo, that's his name, man. You know what I mean? It's like if his name was like, you know what I mean, beep.
Tell you something, bro.
Then it's like, you know.
Listen, if I were he and that was my name, I wouldn't say it out loud either.
He could play two sports, so it's like, go figure, man. He's fire. He's the right nigga, man. He played two sports.
He's the right nigga.
What you expect? What you expect with a guy that plays two sports?
Oh,
Real
Kaniga.
nigga right there, man.
My
But other than that, though, I'm feeling good, man. Like I said, Elijah Rosario led us to my Love EP out tomorrow. You know, we cooking, man. It's the RSC episode 70. I got some fire right here. I got some fire in the cup. Got some drink in my cup where the Kirko bangs. I got some smoke in my joint where the spitter. Feeling good, man. Feeling good, fellas. What's up?
Yes, sir.
Ron, what it do?
And you know, I am Ron the Don, and I am still your TV RSC TV prediction champion. You see
Ain't for long, nigga.
Listen, you see the hat. See the hat me and my man's is wearing. You can go cop that on farmerfresh.com. Cop the gear. Check out Young Godiva. Check out the RSC hoodie. I'm over here chilling, man. Just got some agua, keeping it clean. That's it, man. Just
New Year sober Ron?
Yes, well, I've been sober, man. Been sober for like the last year and a half, so keeping it moving.
Same
man.
year, sober Ron.
Yep. Sober Ron. Sober Don. There you go, Sober Don. So
Sober Don himself.
yes, sir,
It's like
man.
he's a monster. The Sober Don.
The Sober Don.
The Sober Don is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Well, on the contrary, I have got 3 different vices currently.
On the contrary, my G, I am outside with it.
I'm
I have
outside.
I've got plenty Zine here. I've got Rose here. I've got tea here. And I got me a nice tequila ready to go, man. It's gonna be
nigga gonna be pissing up a storm after this.
Bathroom break in the middle of the pod might actually happen though.
Yo, this. Oh my God! All right.
Word up.
Let's talk about wrestling, good fellas.
Let's talk a little bit about wrestling, of course. Peace to Bug, you know what I mean? So,
salute the book, man.
this weekend,
2-week assignment for Bug, man. You know what I'm saying? 2-week assignment.
they got they got him traveling, man. He's on the road. He's on 4 wheels with him.
Understood. You know the vibes.
Vibes. We got 2 shows popping. My topic is basically just running down, not predicting, but just taking a little quick peek at 2 shows that I'm going to be checking out over the weekend. First and foremost, we have, as I bring this to the stage right here, New Japan, man. New Japan Pro Wrestling, Battle in the Valley. They're out in Cali. This weekend, this is on Saturday at the San Jose Civic Center. Main event is looking like Okada versus Ospreay, which I ain't never mad at. That's going to be fire. Shingo Takagi takes on John Moxley. They set that up. Eddie Kingston's defending that Continental Crown against Gabe Kidd. Asterisk next to this, should Eddie Kingston successfully defend his title against Wheeler Yuta tomorrow on Rampage, he'll be defending that Continental Crown, against Gabe Kidd. Matt Riddle and an unnamed partner. Matt Riddle will be in a tag team match against TMDK. It's looking like Zack Sabre Jr. and Bad Dude Tito. Julia against Trish Adora is a match that I have my eyes on. That's going to be fire. A lot of good matches on here. Got the War Dogs from the Bullet Club against GOD. TJP versus David Finlay. That should be solid. A couple of prelim matches. But so this is looking like, what is this, on Triller? It's probably going to be on Triller Fight, whatever.
Yeah, it looks like Triller. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's going to be on New Japan World. I don't see why not. So I'm going to tap in there first and foremost. But yeah, that's New Japan Battle of the Valley. And then also on Saturday, we have TNA Wrestling back in the TNA, fully under that TNA banner once again. They're coming back to business, Hard to Kill on pay-per-view. I believe that might also be on TNA Plus, formerly known as Impact Plus, but also for pay-per-view, I believe. But I'm going to just run through some of these matches, and then, we could look at the card and let's see what matches we're looking forward to the most. But we have Alex Shelley defending that TNA World Championship against Moose. We have Trinity defending, and by the way, they've been debuting. They've done a really good job about this since New Year's, just one a day. Maybe it was all this week, but all of the updated championship belts, if anybody has seen them, I'm sure everybody has. All of these current champions turned in their Impact Championship and got the brand new TNA Championship. So all these titles are completely brand new. Trinity's defending that brand new TNA Knockouts World Championship against Jordan Grace 1-on-1. Josh Alexander versus Alex Hammerstone. I believe this is him making his TNA wrestling debut. So that should be interesting. Josh Alexander, by the way, just had a hell of a match. Ron and I caught that House of Glory brace for Impact. That was the main event. Josh Alexander taking on Mike Santana. Fire match. They literally beat the shit out of each other.
Crazy enough, this match right here is the win that Josh Alexander needs to stop looking like a jobber.
I think Josh Alexander's in one of those spots where he had the title and now he's also coming back from injury, by the way.
I know.
So he has to kind of get his
win a match that matters now. Holy shit. Which is crazy enough because it's I don't know. I thought the complete opposite when he came back. I was like, oh, he's back now. Steamroll him right over Alex Shelley and take the title back and go on a dominant run. And since then, he's looked like he's got to be eating losses. And let alone, I'm surprised Alex Shelley is still champion right now. I can't believe he's held the title this long.
I think that's cool, though. I think that's cool for Josh Alexander because
he deserves it of not having a transitional title run because no one believes he'll win it back again.
This is a one and done. He's not getting that back.
Yeah, so the fact that this reign is about to be damn near 8 months, damn near, it's okay, well, They gave it to
signed for
Shep.
8 months already.
But I mean, but to be fair, like there was no new TNA shows for like 3 months. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't doing shit for a minute.
I mean, when he won, it was like he just faced Nick Aldis at Slammiversary. You know what I'm saying? Like they was
But I'm talking about like they had that show, and outside of that, there was no new TNA TV. There was no new TNA Impact. You know what I mean? So he's had that title, but it's not as though he's been tearing the world up. It's been dormant while they've been kind of hitting the reset button. But that being said, like also as far as like Josh Alexander, I think like him coming back from injury, immediately going to just dominate, I think kind of that was
WWE conditioned us to some of these things, man.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of whack. He got to get his feet back under him. But I'm interested to see Alex Hammer. I don't remember really seeing Alex Hammerstone outside of an MLW ring like ever. I know he's had a few matches here and there, but
same here.
Yeah.
Me neither. And I think Hammerstone would probably, if he doesn't make his rounds, I think he will be TNA bound like more often than not. I mean, shit, my predictions for TNA are sky high. I think Dolph Ziggler is going to be champion by Bound for Glory.
Yeah, I'm looking for Nick Nemeth. He has a match against, I thought it would have been this week, and I think it's in February. But Nick Nemeth is going to be in New Japan against, when it comes to me, I'll let you know. But anyway, Josh Alexander versus Hammerstone, that should be kind of fire. We have the X Division Championship, Chris Sabin against Kushida. Yeah, fire, bro. Sabin versus Kushida versus El Hijo del Vikingo. We already know what time this is. Everybody's jumping off of everything.
Big flippy match.
That's what this is. And I'm here for it, bro. I am here for it. I'd honestly like to see Vikingo take this, to be honest. He
is a fitting guy to be X Division champion, and Chris Sabin has had that belt mighty long. I imagine this has to be a show where titles are changing, first of all.
Absolutely.
Like this has to be a show where like this is a heavy reset. Maybe not like an extreme every title belt got to change, but
the big ones.
I don't see this pay-per-view being like a great matches, no surprises. Like, nah, I think this is gonna be one of those like
a surprise some
holy shit, like I'm surprised. Like everybody, like
they need to, because they have to take advantage of the fact that this is like, you can't make a first impression a second time.
They've been pushing this shit for like 2 months now.
100%. You have brand new titles. You brought the old brand back that everybody's been asking for years. You know what I mean? This is a perfect time. Plus, this is in Vegas at the Palm, so that's going to be pretty dope. A venue that we haven't seen them run before. So
the new setup should be fire.
Exactly for Impact. Also, they've been working for a minute to get that together. TNA World Tag Team Championship. We got ABC, who also, again, had a fire match at House of Glory this past weekend against the main event that went to a draw. That was the House of Glory Tag Champs versus the TNA Tag Champs. But ABC, Chris Bay and Ace Austin, they're taking on the Rascals versus the Grizzled Young Vets versus Mike Bailey and my guy, Trent Seven. Trent Seven's a guy I want to grab a couple
of days. All right, yo. Audible. Let's get a predictions title defense for the TV title right the fuck now, yo. Right now for this.
Calling you out, Ron. What it do?
Let's go. Right now. Right now, make your predictions. As we run through the card, let's make the predictions happen, yo.
Make predictions right.
Show is literally coming up in 2 days.
We're going back to the top. Alex Shelley versus Moose. Who do you have? I got Shelley.
I got Moose.
Shelley.
Anybody taking these?
I haven't read. Hold on.
I can do it real quick. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Please talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, yeah. Well, Moose being back in the fold right now has me. I feel you, Ron. I would love to shout to the Black Champions.
Right.
But I just don't think they're going to end Shelley's reign to Moose.
To Moose.
To Moose. If there's any other title to surprise us on this show, I don't think it'll be the world title, unfortunately.
Well, has Moose been injured recently?
Moose been on fire, but Moose has just been in limbo.
He's just been limbo. Well, this might be his chance, so I'm gonna take a chance with Moose and see.
I wouldn't be bad.
Ryan, you have Moose?
Yeah, I have Moose.
Chad has what?
Shelley.
Got Shelley?
Alex Shelley.
I also have Shelley. All right, next match, TNA Hard to Kill Impromptu TV Championship defense right here, Ryan. We got Trinity versus Jordan Grace. I'm going Jordan Grace.
I'm going Jordan Grace.
Ditto.
Trinity's out of here, which is crazy because she's getting so much love, but it's just like we all speculate and et cetera, et cetera. I don't want to go into the news reports, but I mean, she's Royal Rumble bound,
I'd like to see her stay, to be honest, but
me too. I agree.
If
I
that's
really
the
agree.
case, I think like whether that was the case or not, I honestly don't think that she would have defended. She's again undefeated, right? Jordan Grace has also been somebody that they've put a lot behind. You know what I mean? Like she's been a former champ. Like she's in an incredible shape. Like she's in the best shape of her career, and she's been in amazing shape the entire time anyway. But I think like that year-long run being undefeated would have come to an end one way or another. But if the writing on the wall is true, Trinity's out of here. Grace is taking that title, man.
Jordan needs this win because up until this point, she's basically been Deanna's bitch, Trinity's bitch, and just a tag team women's wrestler specialist. So also interchangeable wrestling.
And the other thing about this is that with Deanna Purrazzo out of here and Trinity potentially out of here, you want to put that title on somebody who you know can deliver the goods. They have a good knockouts division roster, but we already know Jordan Grace is a proven commodity. So,
and to your point last week, when that TNA video, when we were talking about it, wasn't Jordan Grace in the video?
Pretty sure. She's the face of that division for a fact. She is the face of that division right now.
The passing of the guard.
Especially if Trinity is out of here.
Yep.
You know? All right, we have Josh Alexander one-on-one. No titles on the line, but some bragging rights. Looks like TNA debut of Mr. Alex Hammerstone. I am going with Hammerstone.
Why?
I'm gonna go with. You know what? I'm not. I'm going with Alexander. I was originally thinking of going with Hammerstone because if he's making his debut, why debut him with a loss? But he's not signed there. He don't go here. So I'm going with Alexander, who, by the way, is the face of TNA's men's division. Even though he doesn't have the championship, he is the TNA guy. You know what I mean? So this might be, to your point, Chad, Josh Alexander getting his momentum going. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Start the year off right with a win against Hammerstone.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna go with Josh.
I'm going Alexander, and not the Hammerstone one, but of the Josh one. You know what I'm saying? I think this is the one that gets Josh Alexander back on the map, gets him closer to Alex Shelley again. And Alexander Hammerstone, he could be back. He could be very well so back in TNA. Like, this is going to be a nice showing for people who aren't too familiar. But if you know, you know. And I think Hammerstone's going to have a hell of a 2025. Let's just hope it doesn't end up like Brian Cage. I'm tweeting that, actually.
We have Chris Sabin defending that TNA X Division Championship against Kushida and El Hijo del Vikingo in a three-way match. I'd like to see. Honestly, I'm going with Kushida. I'd like to see Vikingo win, but I'm gonna go with Kushida taking this.
I was actually gonna go. With
I have no reason why, but
I was actually going with Kushida too. How long has Chris Sabin had the belt so far?
I have no idea.
Okay,
Top of my head, I don't know. Do you have Kushida?
Yeah, I got Kushida. I'm going with Kushida.
Got Chap. You got Sabin.
This is a toughie. This is a toughie. I want to go with Vikingo because he's just going to do a bunch of flippy shit and just flip all over the place. And I think he is the perfect face of the X Division to be like the flippy floppy guy. But he doesn't have a contract. Kushida just signed, and Sabin's been the champion. So time splitter. Kushida never wins anything of notoriety. So I think since the Cruiserweight title or some New Japan title. So I think he takes the X title as our pop shock of the night.
Boom.
Okay.
TNA World Tag Team Championship. We have ABC, the defending champions, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, defending against the Rascals, the Grizzled Young Vets, and Mike Bailey, the team of Mike Bailey, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Trent Seven. I'm going Grizzled Young Vets. I think they shock the world and take the title on their TNA debut.
Actually, I'm gonna go with ABC retaining.
This is tough. This is fucking tough. I want to say ABC retains, but to throw the dynamic off, we could have a heel tandem of the Rascals winning. They haven't won tag gold. Well, have they? Did they win? Weren't they champions? They were the champions previously. Grizzle Young Vets just got here, so I don't think that stands a chance. I think they'll come back later on. But Mike Bailey and Trent Seven are my wild card. Because Trent Seven just got here, and Mike Bailey doesn't win much often. So that's why I think they're my wild card to win this match and be that feel good, like, oh shit, Mike Bailey finally wins a match that matters. Oh my god, like,
right, and it happens to be a tag match and not a singles match.
right.
Yeah.
Leo wins a win.
Hey,
Gold's
win is a
gold.
win.
Fuck
Yeah, right.
it,
Win is a
gold.
win.
Mike Bailey got a championship for a change,
Yo,
so
Which, to be honest, I would love to see that. I would love to see either the Grizzled Young Vets or Bailey and Seven win that. You know what I mean? Just because it's something fresh. You know,
Right.
it's the Grizzled Young Vets back to form, and then Speedball and Trent. I don't know what to expect from them as a tag team. You know what I mean?
strange bedfellows moves.
Yeah, why not?
I'm just happy to see the Grizzled Young Vets back to where they are.
This is my wild card. Fuck it, I'm going Bailey and Trent 7.
Bailey and Trent 7. I love it. All right. Moving along, we have a Knockouts Ultimate X. We have Tasha Steelz versus Alicia Edwards, Giselle Shaw, Joey Threat, Zaya Brookside, and Luna. Danny Luna. I have no clue whatsoever.
Yo, ditto. Yo.
I have no clue whatsoever. I mean, like, Tasha Steelz makes sense. Giselle Shaw, we could go there. I don't know. This is my wild card. I'm gonna just go out and say I'm gonna go Giselle Shaw. And I think that's probably one of the safer ones. You know what? I'm riding out. Tasha Steelz. Going out Tasha Steelz.
Man, I was gonna do the same thing. I know I'm gonna stick with Tasha Steelz. It's the only one that looks good to me, as far as just winning goes.
Giselle Shaw is the obvious because she's got a faction and she's pretty much like the top, knockout heel there outside of maybe Tasha Steelz. That's it. So it's like,
Yeah, it's either of those.
it is obvious that Giselle could win with the help of, Savannah and the other dude who can just literally like prop her up or catch the X or whatever the case is, knock them out the ring when they catch it or whatever. Tasha could win, but I just don't know if it's wise to run that on Tasha and Jordan just yet.
That was the thing. My question before you make your pick is, anybody in this picture have any like history with Jordan Grace that immediately comes to mind as far as the direction that they're going?
It would only be Tasha and Giselle.
Right.
Alicia don't ever do anything that matters. Alicia's just Eddie Edwards.
She's a valet. Yeah,
she's just,
a valet.
you know what I'm saying? She's just there to like get beat up. Jody Threat is there, but Jody Threat is not going to pop the crowd if she wins. And motherfuckers is definitely going to be like, you could have given it to Tasha Steelz. Zaya Brookside and Danny Luna, they are the new babyface knockouts that are just going to be there to be there.
Yeah.
This does come down.
This is one of those show what you can do type of matches for those two.
This comes down to Tasha and Giselle. This is tough. It doesn't say if it's for the number one contendership, but if you do win the Ultimate X, essentially you are the number one contender.
You are the number one contender.
Yeah.
But
That's
it's how long you carry that number one contendership around is the thing, because they carry that X around. So for the sake of carrying that X around, Giselle Shaw, because she has a faction, and she can just be like, "Yo, you hold it, Savannah."
Boom. 2 for Tasha, 1 for Giselle Shaw. We have PCO versus Dirty Dango.
Fuck, man.
Wow, what the hell?
I don't even know. I don't even
This
know.
be the questionable shit that TNA be doing, where it's just like, yo, how is Dirty Dango having another life out here? He has a whole new life in TNA right now. It's crazy that 10 years ago this guy was the one that beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania.
Damn, that happened. That happened.
Yes, it did.
I'm going PCO. This is going to be very early. Probably not the opener, but maybe second match. This is one of those. This is probably right in the middle of the card, I would imagine. This is where, like, I'm going PCO.
This is the bathroom break.
I was just about to say this.
That's what I'm saying. This is right in the middle of the
match.
card. You probably already saw some crazy shit. It's probably after either the X Division title or that multi-man tag. You know what I mean? So I'm going PCO. This is going to be easy breezy. Probably going about 8 minutes.
I really
PCO.
see this actually being a hard match 3, actually.
Now,
It's either like the second or third match of the night, just because let's get this out of here, or it's after one of those crazy ass. If it's the second match, we're probably opening up with one of those, like not the X Division, probably the tag. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is coming after something crazy.
This match definitely screams of like a heavy second, third, a 2 through 4 slot. Like this.
Yeah.
This ain't the match we need before fucking Alex Shelley and Moose, man.
no, definitely not.
Yo,
Definitely not.
PCO, Dirty Dango. I got PCO.
I'll go with Dirty Dango. Just to play opposite.
I go PCO. PCO needs wins that matter because he doesn't win anytime that it matters. So
Word.
PCO the win.
What PCO look like that dude from the Addams Family, Lurch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hell yeah, wow.
And then finally rounding this off, last two slides, we have the debut music video of We Outside, DJ Who Kid and AJ Francis, formerly known as Top Dollar. Who Kid is still out here on his wrestling thing. They cut that check, so peace to that, man.
All right.
Who
And
Kid
here.
at every comp, and Who Kid got the forbidden door keys. Who Kid is just outside like a
Who Kid is
motherfucker.
outside. Who Kid, I don't know if y'all saw it, but Who Kid was just mentioning that he was backstage at All In when that brawl was going on between Jungle Boy Jack
I remember
and your
that,
man
yeah.
Punk. So he was like, yeah,
Yeah, I remember
he's
that,
basically
yeah.
saying this shit got a little nuts, a little bit of blood, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But Who Kid is everywhere, man. Speed of need. And then finally,
I have
worlds
no
will
expectation,
collide.
by the way,
You said what?
for this AJ Francis music video, and I really hope he doesn't stay in TNA long.
Is he signed to TNA or what?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
It's something that's being rumored, but I really hope not.
Do we have any thoughts on who the possible person could be that they're building as somebody that we won't believe shows up? Worlds will collide this Saturday. You won't believe who's showing up. Any thoughts? Anybody that comes to mind who this could be, or no clue whatsoever?
Well, we can say it's definitely not going to be Punk. It's definitely not going to. It's definitely not going to be Copeland. He's got the Cope open on Khalid, so it definitely won't be that.
I think
I'm just taking the worlds will collide. Like I'm just
that's the
taking
thing.
that.
Like it's the worlds collide. So this is somebody notable, maybe a top to a mid, upper mid guy from another spot. I don't think it's going to be AEW because that didn't go so well for TNA the first time. So that's not happening. It's probably somebody from Japan. But keep in mind, Japan they have a show in Cali, right? So there's a number of people on that list that's not going to be there because they're already on another card. Right? It's not going to be Ospreay.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Okada. Naito, maybe? The current
I
world
know it was
champ?
going to be somebody from New Japan that was going to have you just fucking like, yo, it could be Shikingo Tabaga. It could be this guy. It could be that guy. I was like, I knew it was going to be someone from New Japan that pops up.
I just know.
Who else would it be? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think they're doing anything with WWE?
Nick Nemeth.
I was thinking that because I was just thinking about like just the recent people who just who's
Ali. Is Ali wrestling? He's not wrestling this weekend.
wasn't Ali supposed to be coming to the show at one point?
Ali has a slew of matches, but if he's not wrestling this weekend, he could be the face. It could be.
I can see Ali. Yeah, I can see
can
Ali.
see that. I just
Who
know
else
it's going to
do we
be
got?
one of those recent releases, from 3 months ago, who can finally, go somewhere.
How big is big? Like the other, I don't know. I can see it being. I can see it being Ali.
I can see it being Ali too.
Is it who else do we miss from this release list that matters? Mason Mansoor? No, they're not going to let us down like that.
He's not.
There's really Shelton Benjamin, and that's not like, oh my God, that's something that I
I'm
kind of
not-
expect at some
I'm
point
not
anyway.
gonna be jumping up and down for.
I
Shelton
mean,
Benjamin.
Black
it'll be
man.
No.
cool.
Solid hand, solid dude. And
Black man
Shelton
muscle.
Shelton
Right.
is literally one of the best to do it in the ring. But
He's
Shelton,
never been in TNA, so it's like.
but he doesn't have that name
I
shock
guess that-
value.
I get right. That shock
Yeah.
value. I don't see Shelton Benjamin as that. Like he's dope, but
And not for nothing, like Nick Nemeth or Ali, I'm not sure that they're like big name shock value like that either. Like again, this is saying you won't believe who's showing up. I see it plausible for all three of those to show up at some point.
I think they have. I think they have enough shock value to.
I think they swerve us and bring back some OD like TNA originals, like
Could be.
Kid Cash and like.
Nah,
fucking-
it ain't that. I honestly think it's gonna be somebody. It's gonna be somebody that's currently active on another roster and is just popping in for the pop. You know what I mean? If it's a free agent, looking at Ali, possibly Nick Nemeth, but we'll see. But that's TNA, Hard to Kill. Of course, we got that, and then we have New Japan this weekend, Battle in the Valley. I mean,
What, Chad? Why don't you defend your belt?
nah.
Oh, that's what I thought. New Japan guy don't want to defend his title.
You're
For a
right.
New Japan show.
You're right. I ain't defending shit until the Rumble, my man.
Well,
Insane.
I mean,
Insane, yo.
listen. It's already been decided for me which show I'm going to be watching. So
You know what?
Insane.
I'm watching
Don't
both
want to
of
get smoked at his own show. Insane.
Fuck
you
that.
gonna
I'm
watch
watching
both of them
these.
at the same time?
Nah, I'm not watching either of them.
Oh.
live. I'm outside. I'm
Oh,
outside Saturday, but
Oh, okay.
I'm watching both of them.
I'm definitely I'm gonna catch both of them. This
Oh,
gonna be
I'm
all
definitely-
over the feed.
I'm probably gonna watch TNA first, and then probably watch
Definitely.
in the Valley like another like the next day or something like that.
5-point question. Here's a 5-point question. Who shows up?
Oh, come on.
I'm going Ali.
Shit. You know what? Fuck it. I'll go with Nick Nemeth.
I'm going under former WWE superstar. That's it. I'm just going former WWE superstar. I'm not even getting specific.
Fam, there is no way I'm letting that shit. That's insane.
I'll take a negative 7,000 for a former WWE superstar instead of getting fucking.
So you have no answer. You know how many people have wrestled for WWE at some point that might show up, bro?
Will Ospreay ain't wrestled with WWE. He showed up.
Will
You didn't see
Ospreay
that
is.
coming.
Yeah, Will Ospreay is also
Alexander
not gonna be at this show.
Hammerstone. Who we gonna bring in? Matt Riddle.
Going Riddle?
I'll take Riddle.
Okay.
I'll take Riddle.
All right, there you go. You said former.
No.
WWE.
I'm not gonna let you do that. Riddle is on the card for the New Japan show. He's in a tag match.
Fuck.
Oh, that's right.
You know what? I'm gonna bring that card up so we can just be very clear on who's not gonna be there because they're already wrestling. Right? It's not gonna be Okada nor Ospreay.
Oh yeah, same.
It's not gonna be Mox, not Kingston. You know what I'm saying? It's not any of these guys. It's not Zach.
Yes, so former WWE superstar. I'm going.
Give me a name, bro. Give me a name. Because both of the people that we picked are former WWE superstars. Fuck out of here with that. This guy is crazy.
Who's even available?
It's like, yo, who's gonna win? Knicks or Bulls? A basketball team. Oh, all right.
The team that's leading the scoreboard.
The team in a uniform. Oh, okay.
An NBA team.
An NBA team.
An NBA team.
You know,
One of them.
damn man.
Is there anybody that could be a potential knockout that we're overlooking?
I would have win. If I didn't care, I would have just said Mercedes. But
Nah, she ain't sure.
I actually want my 5. I actually want a respectable 5-point victory if I could get it. I'm gonna go with. You know what I mean?
This guy's in pain.
I'm going with Nick Nemeth, man. Fuck it.
Nick Nemeth. All right. We got 2 for Nemeth, 1 for Ali. And that, my friends, is TNA Hard to Kill this Saturday. New Japan not Worlds Collide. What's the name of the show? Battle in the Valley. Battle in the Valley and TNA Hard to Kill both this weekend. A lot of good wrestling, man.
Absolutely.
All right. Who's up?
No, I'll go first. So this week I have let's do a little R-Truth appreciation, and let's just go back a little bit. Wrote some notes down here for this. So we talking about Ronnie Aaron killings, and
That's his name?
Yep, that's his legit name.
Wow.
That's his legit name. I was just as shocked. I knew his name was Ronnie, but I didn't know that was his middle name.
Yo, peace to all my fellow Aarons out there. Know what I mean, peace to the gods. You heard?
Word. So
Today's mathematics, God. Knowledge, Joe being born to wisdom. Peace. I mean,
today's mathematics, people. So let's go back to November of 2022. At that time, he was wrestling. I think it was Grayson Waller, NXT first match. It was like November something 2022. Fortunately, tore his quad tendon. Then I'm researching, and then I come to find out he had one surgery. Then he happened to get an infection and had to do another surgery, which was insane. Let's fast forward to Survivor Series, where he comes back, he debuts again. And let's fast forward to right now, man. Listen, this guy he's been killing it. So they put him back. They put him with the Judgment Day. They've been doing this thing where he is trying to be, or she's trying to be a member of the Judgment Day. This dude had a match to challenge.
Best part of the show, honestly.
JD McDonough for his spot. He actually beats JD McDonough, and says like he's in the group, and like his delusion is insanely hilarious. Then on this past Monday, this guy puts out like a full video of him being in the Judgment Day with a whole bunch of pictures, which I put on the IG. Freaking hilarious, man. And after that, I was crying like the whole time. So it's like, we had to give this man his flowers, because the dude just came back from Survivor Series, and the man is killing it right now. I just look at it like this, like the dude's unexpectedly got injured, and I feel like he's trying to make up for lost time right now. He's about to be 52 next week on January 19th. And it's freaking amazing that he's still moving the way he is. And it's amazing that he's moving the way he is, coming back from the injury that he did. So right now, the man is killing it right now. So I really don't have a crazy question. Let's just comment on what he's doing right now. I think it's amazing. He's doing great work, and he's barely even wrestling, and he can still wrestle. Yeah. And the thing is with Judgment Day, I looked this up too. Judgment Day actually, I think it was time for Judgment Day to get like a jolt in the arm, because they actually started on April 3rd, 2022 by Edge at WrestleMania 38. And I didn't realize they've been in existence for that long. It's been what, a year?
It's been a minute,
like a year and a half.
And it was a shaky start.
You know, a long way from where that shit started with Edge.
It was a shaky start. They was looking like a brood kind of vibe before, and it was not moving. It was not moving.
Absolutely. And they started pick some things out. Started with some titles. We've been through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I think putting R-Truth in here, I think was the perfect way to get, like I said, to get them the jolt in the arms. They needed that comedic side, which we didn't think was gonna be it, but for some reason it's working and it's hilarious. I think the funniest thing for me watching this is R-Truth doing his stuff, and then Damien and like Dominic trying to hold back their laughter, they're almost breaking out a character of how hilarious this guy is. So
this is like another level of bloodline, like longevity, that I'm just like, if they kept this up to like SummerSlam, I wouldn't even be mad. This might keep Judgment Day alive.
It's entertaining as hell, dude.
I think it was inadvertent too, because Truth just came back. So I just think it was, what, we need something for you guys to do, and Truth is always going to get over. So let's get you guys over even more, because when they turn on Truth, everyone's going to hate.
It's going to be insane. More. Yeah, absolutely.
This is, to me, another case of wrestling fans don't know what the fuck they're talking about, right? Because if you would have said 3 months ago, before R-Truth came back, we're going to put R-Truth in Judgment Day, everybody would have killed it. But it's working. Much the same way that nobody saw Sami Zayn working in the Bloodline. But then look at how that turned out. Yeah. Listen to that ovation when he came out in Montreal for that match, and the belief. It was not 100% that everybody was on the side of Roman Reigns definitely winning this match. People were like, if this is going to be the time, this is going to be the time, right? So there's a lot of talents that R-Truth has. The fact you just mentioned, he's about to turn 52 years old, and he's still getting busy. I got his Wikipedia pulled up. This man is a former NWA world champ, 2 times over, by the way. I remember when he first debuted as K-Quick. K-Quick back in the days. He was teaming with the Road Dogg. You know what I mean? And he went and did that. Went over to TNA back when TNA was still part of the National Wrestling Alliance.
NWA TNA.
You know what I mean? 2-time world champion. So that's the caliber of Ron Killings. Is somebody that was a credible world champion back in the day. But fast forward, again, talking about things that nobody thought would have gotten over. He's a 54-time 24/7 champion. And that was a title that nobody liked. But when R-Truth was a part of that, it
Do
was
they
like, all
ever?
right,
What's the official retirement of that belt since you got the Wikipedia up?
I'll pull it up. I know he
What is
has
the
it 54
official?
times.
What's the
It
official
was
retirement of that shit? Because
so
if that,
established May 20th, 2019, retired on November 9th, 2022. Who was the last?
that shit just got retired. Damn.
Yeah, about a year and a half ago, something like that.
Yeah,
But he's had that shit 54 times. But again, like that was one of those titles that people were like, damn, this ain't gonna work. This is stupid. But when R-Truth had it more times than not, it was entertaining.
Yo, fam,
work.
the roster's so stacked right now that if the 24/7 championship came back, I wouldn't even be mad at it. Bronson Reed gets it, and he's just gonna bulldoze through everybody in the ring at all times and just retain his title. I'm here for it, yo.
I wouldn't be mad at it. It's just how you make the title. Just like R-Truth made the title, man. You made it entertaining.
I'm an R-Truth historian myself. You know what I'm saying? I was there in the K-Quick days. You know what I'm saying? Because I was that late 2000s run, that early 2000s
That's
run.
a wild name, by the way.
K-Quick.
Okay, quick.
But yeah.
Wavy time.
Wow.
I was there for that run. And then as time goes on, you know
What's
what I'm saying?
Mystical doing in the Impact Zone?
He literally pops up in the Impact Zone in Nashville, and he's having a hell of a run as a dominant heel black champion. And because I was tapped in faintly up until like I was there kind of because of the names that were popping up, but I didn't really jump all the way in until Jeff Hardy showed up and was like, yo, AJ Styles, what's up? And I was like, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, oh, this is different. Like, this ain't Velocity. Like, oh shit. So, you know, R-Truth had that run, you know, got low for a little while and then popped back up in the WWE. And it's like, dude, I was there in 2011 when Awesome Truth was going crazy. I was there when my man's main evented Survivor Series against The Rock and John Cena. I was there when he had a WWE title match against John Cena. He's had opportunities, matches, spotlight, and he ain't disappoint at all. Only thing that really slowed him down was the injuries, but he gets older. That's things that happen. But otherwise, even the run he's having now, phenomenal. Like, if you took him away from the Judgment Day, it looks just like how Raw looks, but without anything funny. It's just Judgment Day just being the annoying heels that are losing to Ciampa and Gargano. Rhea is still getting over, even though she's a heel, but it's still you love her anyways. JD McDonough is just figuring out what to do. He's feuding with Damian. Damian's still in limbo. Dom's in limbo. It's just like this just gives them something to do.
Right, absolutely.
Entertainingly something to do. So, I mean, for all R-Truth, man. More R-Truth, please.
That's a fact, man. So, like you said before, Chad. I hope this go. Well, you say I hope it goes to SummerSlam. You said.
I mean, if they drag this out until WrestleMania, at least like before the WrestleMania post reset, like I'm here for it. Because what else they gonna do?
Nothing. As of right now, nothing. I think this was the perfect opportunity to have Truth come in and give that side to them. It's similar to
He turned the Miz so babyface, the crowd is cheering for him.
Which I've
You
heard.
understand that?
Word.
Miz is performing terrible moves in the ring, and the crowd is going crazy. And I'm just like, I love it.
I side eye anybody that cheers for the Miz.
Yeah, you look at that whole audience on Raw; they were going Miz crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get it.
They went Miz crazy, and when Miz did that super kick and whatever combo maneuver that he did, I was like, I hope he doesn't do this again. Like, please don't do that again. I don't want to see the Miz do a super kick and then a combo finisher that like AEW would do, and it's just like, nah, this ain't the Miz style, man. You know what I mean? But
King of Soul style.
I'm here for the Awesome Truth reunion, and even if the tag titles got split up, shit. Essentially, I'm booking the next couple weeks without us even fucking seeing it already happen. Like, I think this is going to integrate now. Awesome Truth will become a thing going into WrestleMania to keep busy with the tag title situation. Damian Priest, Miz feuding with Damian Priest in a one-on-one match. R-Truth there. Like, I totally can see this happening, yo. Damian Priest, the Miz at Elimination Chamber.
I look at this kind of similar to Randy Orton and Matt Riddle in a sense where we always knew Randy Orton in this serious character and you have Matt Riddle come in and give that comedic side to him, and I think that's something I know something Randy Orton, I guess he didn't need it, but it was cool to have something like that on his career where you have like something comedic in that way instead of just being serious. And this is something that Judgment Day will have now, where they'll have that comedic side until they split or something happens with them. So
Right.
this is excellent TV to me right now. Like I said, I hope it continues. I don't know if it's gonna go to SummerSlam, but I think it's gonna go a little while because they see this is working. This is hilarious. I'm here for it. There you go. Salute to Ron.
Truth.
Salute
Before
to
we
Ron
move
Killings.
on to your topic, Chad, everybody should probably tap into Honor Club. It was a dope match, 2 out of 3 falls. Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty versus the Infantry. They got Athena. She got
You
jumped.
going ROH crazy on Twitter.
It's a good show. She got jumped by Athena. Got jumped by Nyla Rose, so they're setting that up.
Oh,
At some point.
really? Oh, then I gotta tap back in, man.
Yeah, there's some interesting shit going on down there, but definitely that Infantry versus Taylor and Moriarty 2 out of 3 falls was pretty solid.
I remember
pretty solid.
watching the Infantry from like the first episode when ROH came back. They've come a long way, so I'm definitely gonna tap back.
I love that team. Plus they're in there with Trish Adora.
Yeah,
She
and
was on the show earlier.
I love her too.
But the Infantry as a tag team, man, like you said, they've come a long way. Some of the combos, some of the moves, like Carly Bravo, pardon me. Some of his transitions are dope. You know what I mean? He has that crossover right hand punch that's pretty dope. He's got a lot of dope moves. So Infantry and Captain Sean Dean, of course, he's fire too. So just wanted to throw that in there because I was watching that earlier.
Sidebar. I think Trish Adora is going to beat Julia. This is Julia's swan song.
Absolutely. I think that's for the title too.
Mm-hmm.
That's for the title. So we're looking at a new New Japan World Champ, Trish Adora, and that is very, very fire.
That's
very, very fire.
great.
I would
Black
like that.
woman is you know what
I
I'm
would
saying,
like
New
that.
Japan Women's Champion. That's definitely dope as shit. So if it does come about, you heard it first on the Ringside Club. Salute to Trish Adora. We're gonna clip that up.
Yeah,
Much
facts,
girl,
man.
keep killing it. You know what I'm saying?
I liked her from jump, man. So salute to Trish Adora, man. for
And
real.
salute to Julia too. You know what I mean? She makes her way to NXT. She's got a hell of a lot of competition. Because man, listen, we ain't even get into an NXT bag this week, but
man.
they gotta pack this Mellow and fucking Trick thing up. Ooh, get this shit out of here.
Yeah, they're really stringing that along, man. I don't know what's going on with that. I see what they're trying to do.
The
but
Dusty Classic, yes.
yeah, I don't know, man. There's just certain things where you just have to clip it at a certain point and just let it rock.
They taking this shit all the way to Mania. That's stand and deliver right there.
Oh Lord, man.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's coming. That's definitely happening.
Listen, let's not let that overshadow our guy winning that North American Championship, man.
Obafemi, salute, King.
Femi, dog. Yo,
Called it.
Listen, I kind of knew when they were backstage and I think they were interviewing him and he was asking about the main event. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, he's probably gonna pop up and
Yo, bro.
And then I saw like I think it was like 6 minutes left in the show. I think when homie when they finished that match, it was like 10:02, and I was like, something's about to happen, and I was like, there you go.
Yo, fam. Will Hobbs is getting lapped by Obafemi in 1 month.
Yo, that's
Fact
crazy.
of fiction, Ron. Fact of fucking fiction.
No,
yo.
that's a fact because homie is still kind of running in place. I mean,
Homie, 22 years old, had 4 matches, fire on fucking national television, smoked every one of his opponents, then came through, killed Dragon Lee, and then said, "Yeah,
Right.
I'm American champion now."
and that's the only thing I don't like about it. It's that it was Dragon Lee. Other than that,
He
this
doesn't
is
even
dope.
go here anymore. He's
Right.
on SmackDown, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
true. Yeah, he is trans. Yeah, he has transcended to SmackDown.
they just gave him the belt just to be like, all right, like,
Yeah, let's just hold this.
we
up
know
for
we
a
should have
minute.
been giving you this North American title a while ago, but like, here you go. You know
Right.
them type of runs they be having.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
thanks for coming, run. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pause.
But I like what they did here. This is how you you boost your stars, man. Because I like Shawn Michaels made the right decision here. I think he sees something in Overfemi. I was like, all right, let's pull the trigger on this guy now. Let's see what he's gonna do. I think this is gonna be fire. This is
Yo,
gonna be
hey,
dope.
yo, man, if there's ever a time to tap in, it's not to see Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker tag team, but it is to see Obafemi have matches.
And that wasn't horrible, but
Yo, fam, I don't
wasn't
ever want to see Baron Corbin, let alone now I got to see him fucking schmozzing it up with Braun Breaker, and they're probably going to win the tag titles. Like, oh, God.
but
Baron Corbin just won't go away.
listen,
He's here to stay, yo.
but you know WWE.
He is the new Dolph Ziggler. He's here to stay, son.
But you know
Yeah, the world.
He's here to
WWE's
show the world, son.
but you know WWE's good for putting opposite people together and making it work.
This is the Dusty Classic. That's just how the shit go.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's like this
how
every
shit
year.
go.
So
Considering there aren't really like they beat fucking the actual tag teams in the tournament. Like
which boggles the mind, but you know, I mean it is what it is.
for one thing, the booking can't be that perfect. Or it's like
No, not
hey, you
at
guys
all.
just beat the actual tag teams, and the Strange Bedfellows are the ones that are just like the most dominant tag teams this tournament. But
I feel like it's WWE and that's what WWE does.
yes,
But I don't see them winning. But I mean it's a good you know what? I can see them getting to the finals but not winning. I'll keep it at that. But
we gonna stay in this Obafemi shit as I go into my prepped and cooked for the week. This is fitting.
Mhm.
My prepped for the week is the Soup Profits and Bobby Lashley faction, which I think probably needs Obafemi more than anything. Would be the spark that Bobby Lashley could really latch onto right now. Because boy, now that AOP and Paul Ellering are back,
I forgot about
carrying
that.
Cross.
Yeah. But I like that because that's what Karrion Cross needed. Because this dude's been cooked for the last. Karrion Cross has been burnt for the last 6 months.
Yo,
though.
you can't torch this guy anymore. Like this has
Right.
got to be it. Like this is the final stop.
Listen, this is the point. This is the point. Listen, this is the point where.
Done, son.
Listen, this is like the burnt toast. You pull the burnt toast out and you try to scrape it off with a knife or something. I think that's what they're trying to do right now.
This is like you hungry and you like, you know what? I know this burnt toast is fucked up, but I'm gonna throw some butter on it.
I'm trying to make it taste good.
It softens up, man. Pause. Like
Yo, but I wasn't mad at it because it looks like a good parent. So I'm actually happy. I'm actually interested to see what they're gonna do with it. Because
you know why I say prep? Because if you bring back AOP and Karrion Cross is on fucking life support, who is supposed to win this feud?
What's her face? Bobby Lashley and them, I guess, or whatever.
You would think they're going to win, but I really feel like why would you bring back AOP and then reheat Karrion Cross up to just have him get beat in the first outing? First of all, you think Montez Ford looks like he should be pinning like anyone from AOP? Like realistically.
No, and this is very unfortunate because I was one of those guys that said, "Yo, this is gonna be it," and it feels like they're just running on the treadmill right now. They're not really going anywhere. So I agree with you with this prep because I was hoping for the best, and they came up with that last promo and it said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna take over the division," and they've said this about 5 or 6 times.
Yo, son, they've come out
anything.
every single time and said, "Yo, this is us, SmackDown."
Right.
Here and then loss, beat down,
and they haven't done anything, and it's a little disappointed.
It makes me wonder. I was echoing this on Twitter. We really need the trios championships in WWE.
Yeah, I saw you too.
Anything that WWE can jack from AEW, bring some trios belts in. Because if y'all ain't gonna split the tag titles up, give us faction warfare at least. There's enough factions going around where there could be a 3-man belt going on and actually like be entertaining. Like we want the super heavyweight or something, just something more enticing to make these matches and feuds just you know, a little bit more,
Right, a little more
joy.
interesting. Yeah, absolutely. I hear that.
Hey, yo, what say you, man? How you feel about the Soup Profits being prepped for this week? I ain't say they cooked. I just feel like they ain't. This ain't going far.
I don't know. I look, bro. When
Did
they
you catch
first,
SmackDown?
I don't even remember.
You should. Yo, you should honestly watch SmackDown. SmackDown be mad good, yo.
I don't remember. I might have.
But yeah, then again, that's how like
What else happened on
would remember.
SmackDown?
Roman Reigns got the Fatal 4-Way
That's
quietly.
when he was when they jumped. So I did watch SmackDown.
The three-way
Yeah,
match.
I did watch
Kevin
SmackDown.
Owens and Santos Escobar had a questionable match. Logan Paul showed up.
Yeah.
EO,
No, I like.
Dog
So
walk.
when AOP came out, Super Collider is one of my favorite moves. By the way, I just thought it's so very very simple, but just that power, that double power bomb. You know.
I would
So
imagine
for
that
starters, when the Street Profits first linked up with
Lashley.
Lashley, I'm like, oh, it's lit,
Right.
and then it just wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't.
Right.
I don't know what the direction is. I don't know why they steered away from them being heels, because that seems like that was the direction they were going in, and now they're slapping high fives with the fans. So it seems like they don't know what they're doing with them.
Right.
So yeah, of course they're prepped. They're prepped because there's no direction for them right now. You know, no consistent direction in the last 6 months. You know, because like what they were doing with Lashley initially was trying to have him find that mean streak within the Street Profits. And I thought, all right, they go from fan favorites that couldn't quite get it done, or at least haven't gotten it done for a while. They link up with Bobby Lashley, who's one of the baddest guys in there. And that's what's going to be able to put them over the top as one of the meanest tag teams and get the gold. Hasn't worked that way. So, yeah, prep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Soup Profits are prepped for this week. Am I cooked? Y'all know how I'm about to do. Y'all might have seen it coming when you seen him in that 8-man tag on Dynamite, but Lance Archer, you are cooked, my boy. You can always count on Lance Archer to not win a match. Whether he is in the match, singles or tag, he will lose that match. So Lance Archer, this week, he is absolutely cooked. And this is the rare time I even mentioned Lance Archer. So I was like, why not just throw Lance Archer in there? He is cooked. What's up, fellas? What say you? How we feel about Lance Archer?
I agree also. Like, he's one of those guys that floats back and forth between NJP Dub and AEW. But his booking in AEW is never really much. You know what I'm saying? He comes in and he has that, you know, that sprint. Wasn't he supposed to be in a faction, by the way, with the two ROH dudes, the dude with the dreads, the scary spooky dudes?
Yo, you're
that
tapped
lost to
into
MJF.
Club, bro. You're tapped into Honor Club. You would
No. That wasn't even Honor Club. That was on AEW TV. Jake Roberts came out.
You think they remembered that? Come on.
No, this is my point. They don't ever have anything consistent for Lance Archer. They came out and that lasted for that episode. You know what I'm saying? Off top. That lasted for that episode. And this was after MJF beat those boys 2-on-1 and put one of their heads in their ass. You know, defended the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships in an opening match. So we weren't going to take that serious regardless of, you know, what they actually did or didn't do with it. Lance Archer is one of those guys. He comes out, he's a monster. But you also just got to understand wrestling booking, man. He's one of them dudes, you heat him up for maybe 2 weeks so he can get beat by somebody. That's it. That's all he's ever going to be in AEW.
That's unfortunate because AEW really is like when you're a giant in AEW, it ain't good for you. It just ain't good for you. And it's a proven fact. The giants in AEW just don't work. Lance Archer, you are a victim of that, my pal.
Who's the most successful big dude?
Samoa Joe.
Outside of Joe.
Wardlow.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe Big Bill right now, maybe?
Big Bill.
Big Bill, but Big Bill.
Tag team champs don't ever defend the tag team titles.
Right, yeah.
Yo, fam.
You know, they're defending it on Saturday, but, you know, I'd probably say, yeah, Big Bill is up there. Big Bill is up there. Because a year ago, nobody would have been saying that Big Bill has, nobody would have said that Big Bill has a title.
That's insane that those are the stats of the super heavyweights of AEW. I mean, like really, it's just Samoa Joe, Big Bill, Wardlow, the end. That's it.
Luchasaurus is there, but he gets beat.
Luchasaurus is there, but he gets beat. You know what I'm saying? Hobbs is there, but he gets beat. Lance Archer doesn't win. JD Drake. Now the list is getting ridiculous.
I mean, again, like I gotta understand what some
Miro.
of these roles are.
But Miro
was, no.
Miro rounds out like a 10.
He's
like
another guy. He'll Miro come in for for an angle, and then he's out of here for 3 months.
Yeah,
as we currently are seeing.
Yeah, there's no consistency, man.
As we are currently seeing. So
as far as Lance Archer being cooked, I completely agree. Ever since he came back from New Japan, even before that, it was a little inconsistent. But when we came back from New Japan, he couldn't find any footing, and he's not doing anything that I really care about. And because of the inconsistencies, if you put him in a situation where he's obviously consistent, then I think you have something there. But other than that, you threw him in this 8-man tag last night, which I get.
What a who's who tag match that was. AEW's leading the league with random 8-man tags.
Right, and
crushing it right now.
It's like a world record of.
You want a tag?
Let's just come on in, just throw in this 8-man tag real quick. But yeah, he's cooked right now, and he's not horrible, but it's like I said, it's just the inconsistencies, So it's just if you put him in something substantial, I think he'll be all right. Especially
to Ao's point.
What would his ceiling have been realistically though?
I was there when he was the bodyguard for Kid Cash and TNA, so I remember like early on. So when I seen this revamp, I was like, Lance Hoyt, what? This is where he went. This is what he's doing, and that's when he came in under the mock shit, because I didn't really like pay attention to the New Japan shit. Like when he came in as the Murder Hawk in AEW, that's when I had to do my research. Like, that's where he dipped off to after TNA. Like he went to Japan and just got busy. Like learned how to like actually do this shit. Like not just be a fucking bodyguard, get cash. Like let me actually get nice. But then I'm just like, but this isn't.
I'll say this. I think his ceiling probably would have been in the first year or two of AEW. Before they got around to really bringing in.
He should have been a champion at least of something, to some magnitude, to be like former TNT champion Lance Archer.
Yeah, I think it would have been. I think TNT champ would have always been his ceiling in AEW, regardless, unless he was a tag champ with somebody.
We wouldn't believe he was going to win the world title, anyways. But
But I'm saying, I don't think he would have been anything more than the monster that gets beat if he's in a main event. And maybe TNT and a couple of runs here and there with that, maybe. But that probably would have come in the first couple of years before they started really bringing in guys. You know what I mean? Like, remember when they were first starting, it was like we had Mox and Jericho as far as WWE guys, and then we got the Bucks and Hangman. That's really it. As far as like people that, if you don't really, really watch this shit would know. So that would have been it. Once they started bringing all them guys in and signing this person, that person, I think he was wrapped up anyway.
This is the most we've ever spent on Lance Archer, and ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last we spend on Lance Archer. I don't think we have any much more to speak on Lance Archer.
I'm good.
I just used the spot so I didn't have to put Brian Cage here, because I would have just said Brian Cage cooked as always. But that's just me, though. You know what I'm saying?
He's still a champ.
Yeah, Ring of Honor, man.
Dude,
Tune in the Honor Club.
Yo, not for nothing. I forgot he was still a champ, to be honest.
He's still a champ, bro.
Oh, man.
Something Lance Archer cannot say he is in AEW.
Hello.
I know.
He ain't got no title.
Crazy. I know, it is crazy. All right. Last segment of the night, y'all. Tonight, Sting appreciation. Well, not say Sting appreciation night, because we kind of already did an appreciation of R-Truth. So I'm going to say favorite Sting matches. All right. Sting's retirement is coming up. I figured let's get this topic out the way now before everyone starts to jump on the topic and go down memory lane as February and March approach Revolution, with Sting's last match against tentatively the Young Bucks, with Darby Allin in a tag team match, which is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I think it's pretty needed. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into our talk about it, let's speak about Dynamite real quick with Sting in the main event. Felt like TNA, yo. I love it. I can't wait. That's why this topic was so inspired. I'm like, this is great. My era of Sting. So, seeing him do the crazy table spots and just like
I'm just glad he stood up.
Yo, facts. Yo,
I'm just glad that man was able to get to his feet, bro.
Yo, that's a fact.
Yo, dude, you can't say TNA ain't all over AEW when you look at some of the way this show goes, yo. I can't front. I said this on Twitter, but it's like, yo, dog, TNA is all over this show, whether anyone wants to admit it or not, man. Shit's crazy. Hell, even look at the booking for fucking NXT. Raw UP with the 20-woman battle royal, with the last 4 being a fatal 4-way match. I was like, yo, TNA is everywhere.
Yo, facts.
Yo, everyone's TNA. Everyone's back with TNA.
That's a Japan thing too. They do that.
Yeah, you know, but TNA made it, modernize it over here. So,
they just did that shit 2 weeks ago, guy.
It's TNA. So, yeah, pretty much Sting and Darby Allin versus the Young Bucks is so necessary because the Young Bucks have terrible storylines. And boy, oh boy, do they need this return. And Sting and Darby really should be tag team champions going into this feud. That's all I got to say. What say y'all?
I wouldn't be mad at that. What I'm looking for is the obnoxious as hell double super kick, I'm sorry, I love you, to Sting so he can no-sell it. I'm looking forward to that.
Clip this and drop it.
I can see that. I see that happening. I see that happening.
Happens on Revolution. It will go viral.
With Flair. Flair is going to be there too.
Crying.
He's going to have PTSD real quick.
He's going to be crying.
Sidebar, I'm glad that Ric Flair finally got out of the ring the other night.
I didn't think he was going to do anything more. I just
No. Him trying to get over the rope to get out of the ring. I'm just, he just got out of the ring.
You talking about last week?
Last night.
Last night. Oh, see,
he just got out of the ring this morning, bro.
Yo, listen. I haven't watched all the Dynamite from last night, so I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it tonight,
bro. So. Ric Flair, they went with like 2 or 3 different camera cuts, and then cut back to Rick, and he was still getting out of the ring.
Oh,
I've really seen it.
He said, "Yo, Rick, get the fuck out of the ring, Rick." Anyway, I'm looking forward to that Young Bucks double super kick. I'm looking forward to. Yeah, man. I think it's dope. I think the predictable thing that everybody was saying, it's gonna be 1-on-1 Sting versus Darby, and I'm like, why? Why?
Yo, fam, Sting and Darby are unbeaten as a tag team, and they said, yo, let's just end it and
let's go 1-on-1. Why? 1-on-1. Everybody's like, he has to pass the torch. What do you think the whole tag team run has been?
Which is why I think they have to win the tag titles, yo. I think they have to beat Starks and Hobbs over the next couple of just to make sure that, like,
because Sting hasn't won a title in AEW yet.
As an undefeated tag team, they've never even challenged for the tag titles, so it's going to happen before he's out of here.
Like, if it don't happen, it's going to be one of those things that we're going to have to put in the backlog and bash at Tony Khan, or even when we get to the media scrum and be like, yo, along with the win-loss streak, whatever happened to the idea of Sting and Darby Allin being unbeaten and not challenging for the tag team titles?
Yo, there's two ways this could go. There's the straight path that you're talking about, Piece of Wine Dane straight path. There's 2 ways this could go. It could either be, they get the tag titles, and they face the Bucks for the tag team championship at Sting's last match. Or they challenge for the tag titles, and the Bucks interfere and cost them, and that's Sting's first loss, and then Sting wins on his way out when they finally face against the Bucks.
It's tough because I just don't see Sting winning because of the way shit goes. I don't know. It's just ritual.
No, he's go. I think Route 1 is the way it's going to go. But if you want to shake some shit up, think about how Twitter's gonna melt the fuck down if it's on Collision, and it's his first loss in Dynamite in AEW ahead of the match with the Bucks.
That's the rating pops they need, though.
You know what I mean? But like, because people are gonna tune in. Oh, he's finally gonna do it. And here come Matt and Nick. Actually, he's not. Right? Imagine costing him. So,
I like that. Yeah. I like that a lot, actually. than just giving us the simple route of them being.
Yeah, there's the straight route, and we could do that, and then they probably lose, and the Bucks win.
Yes, the Bucks win.
You know what
I'm saying? And then rightfully so, the Bucks need to be back in the tag team division.
Yeah.
Like, tag titles need entertainment, they need focus, and they need. The
And
Bucks.
we see like what I'm not exactly sure what they're doing, but they came out with a brand new look. They got the Fu Manchu, mustache joint going
Shout
right
out to
now.
Phil Lindsay, who just put up the joint from the Mad TV guys. They definitely look like those Mad TV cartoons, the white and black.
Oh, the what the hell is the spy, white spy, black spy, something like that?
That's the spies,
Wow.
cartoon spies.
Oh fuck! I gotta watch this.
That was funny. That was spot on.
I'm gonna watch this tonight, or
That
I'm
is
gonna watch.
funny.
I'm gonna watch the rest of it tonight or tomorrow, man. Because
That was
this all happened last night, right?
This all happened last night,
Yeah,
bro.
live from Daily Space.
Yo, dog. At the half hour before Dynamite came on, my cable went out.
Damn.
Couldn't get it. I didn't get it until earlier this afternoon. At
But you know what,
7:30,
bro?
it went out.
When
So
you signed up to YouTube motherfucking cable, you'll always catch that shit 5 minutes after the show airs, bro. They will drop that shit right on the channel. Don't even worry, bro. Commercial free, Brody.
I'll take that into consideration.
I'll take that under advisement.
Yeah, I'll take that into advice.
Peace to YouTube one time, man.
Yeah, I just want to make a note of one. Just Sting and the match that he had with was him and Darby versus Jericho and Sammy Guevara. I think it was on the Dynamite. I forgot when last year that was.
I wasn't even about to. I was just about to get into that. Like, the famous thing. Yeah, because we just, you know what I'm saying? We just recapped Lord Dynamite. We're going to talk about Dynamite.
Gotcha,
We touched base on everything that happened this week. So we are very much so up to par with what's going on. Get y'all some NXT, get y'all some Raw, SmackDown, a little Collision, Dynamite. All right. Now on the Sting topic, what are your favorite Sting matches? Top 3 Sting matches.
I wouldn't. So you know what's weird, right?
I didn't want to say best because that's subjective.
Yeah.
What's your
That's subjective.
favorite?
So I went with the first match that came to mind is something I guarantee you would ask 100 people and none of them would say. So WCW Uncensored 1996. Sting teamed with Booker T. It was a situation where it was originally supposed to be Sting and Lex Luger versus the Road Warriors, the LOD. And it was a Chicago street fight. And Luger, like you remember the tag team of Sting and Luger were always having issues, always having problems. Can I trust you or not? Where are you? For whatever, I don't remember off the top of my head if it was a situation where Luger got jumped or just didn't show up in storyline. But at the end of the day, Booker T stood in for Luger and teamed with Sting, and the match was so fire. And it was one of the first times, because it was a Chicago street fight and not a traditional tag match, it was one of the first times that I can remember seeing Booker T do his thing kind of by himself, because they were fighting all over the arena, but it wasn't tagging with Stevie Ray. But it was a fire match. And I just remember that being something that I used to watch. Peace to Uncle Willie. I used to get the VHS tapes, from different sources here and there. You know what I mean? And I watched that match so many times just because I thought it was a fire match. So that was WCW Uncensored 96. The other two are probably matches that people would say. Sting versus Vader, Great American Bash 92. That was for the championship. Just fire. And that was peak Vader as far as on American TV anyway. You know what I mean? I think Vader beat Sting for that one, but they had a nice back and forth feud for a little bit. You can't really go wrong with too many of those Sting versus Vader matches. And then this last one, not necessarily, these are all WCW, by the way, because there was some fire matches in AEW, of
Sting's
course.
life in WCW was definitely like...
Yeah, I mean, that's where he made his name, where he made his bones or whatever. I wasn't tapped in for the TNA run, and the WWE run was cut pretty short, you know what I mean? That match, by the way, well, maybe somebody might mention it, but the other match I'd mention is less for the match, obviously, and more just for what we thought the culmination of this storyline was going to be, and that was Sting versus Hogan, Starrcade 97. Bret Hart on the outside as the special enforcer. But just that build, being able to transition from Surfer Sting, then the hair gets a little bit dark. Nobody trusts him, so he has to go off on his own. Scott Hall, rest in peace to that man. He comes up with the idea, you should do the Crow. Sting doesn't even know what the fucking Crow is. Next thing you know, he's still using that gimmick to this day. So peace to the brilliant mind of Scott Hall, understanding that would have been perfect. And he doesn't wrestle for over a year. Finally comes back. He's going to take on Hollywood Hogan, supposed to win. He eventually does get the title. I forget what pay-per-view it was, but that anticipation for that match was peak WCW, at least during that era. Like, I don't remember looking forward to seeing, like, I can't wait to see this. It was like Hostile Takeover, who was the third man, and then it was like, yo, Sting is finally going to be the one to take this title off of Hogan and you know, get rid of the NWO, or at least start the downward spiral like they should have been doing with Roman Reigns, but I digress. But yeah, those three, Sting, Vader, 92 Great American Bash, Sting and Booker T versus the Road Warriors, Uncensored 96, and 97 Starrcade, really for the build, Sting versus Hollywood Hogan for the title.
Right. Now, I'm going to be honest, like, I'm not very versed in too many Sting matches. However, he is still, like, one of my favorites as far as, like, the, you know, the white makeup,
Crow Sting.
The Crow Sting, my bad. The Crow Sting goes, but I did find three matches that I thought that, you know, that should be of, like, not significance, but the first one I thought of significance was the Great American Bash, July 7, 1990. I believe that is the pay-per-view where he won his first WCW championship, I believe. Then
It was against Flair, right?
Yeah, against Flair. And then the second match is Starrcade 97 against Hogan. And I remember that whole lead up to, you know, being in the Raptors, not wrestling for a year, the whole nine. What I remember about that moment was when he won the title and everybody was putting them on their shoulders and whatnot, just in a celebration. Then the third one is a more recent one. It is the one I was just about to mention, where it was Sting and Darby versus Jericho and Sammy Guevara. And what stood out to me for that match was him taking that damn bump on the table. And the reason I bring that up is because the man is damn near in his, what is he?
He's like
63, 64 or something.
I'll fact check that, but for the fact at that age that he wanted to take that bump still means he still had some type of passion to go out there and entertain us. And that's probably at that point where he said, all right, I think it's time for me to start winding down. And
was that the one where he hit his chin?
I think he hit his chin, yeah.
Yeah, he was out of here.
Yeah,
that shit was like a hike, son.
Right.
Like hike.
Yeah, because it was like like 4 tables set up or something like that, and the man jumped from the ladder, and I
think wasn't that the same match where Sammy Guevara hit the 450 or whatever from the outside onto the table that Sting was on?
Could have been.
I think so.
Sounds like any Sammy Guevara no disqualification match.
Yeah, right. Insert Sammy Guevara match. Yeah, he was supposed to move. Like in real life, Sammy Guevara did an interview and was like, yeah, I hit him, but he was supposed to move. So then I was like, damn, I just killed Sting. Are you good, B? Like, because it looked weird because like Sting no-sold it. It's like everybody's like, oh, he's no-selling a table bump. He just didn't get out the way fast enough. That's all.
Yeah, that was like a hype, man.
Right. Right, but that's why I bring up that match, because at his age, he's doing that wild shit, man. And here's the thing, like I definitely missed his whole TNA run, unfortunately. So, you know, that was the most recent thing I can think of that just stood out to me. Him almost damn near killing himself. So I was like, yeah.
Great Sting memory.
That time Sting almost died. She was lit.
Right.
Clip it up. I really seen.
Right, and I definitely seen him almost die. So that just stood out to me, and I was like, yo, Sting is insane, man. So, but I know, you know, leading up to Revolution, we're definitely going to talk about Sting a little bit more, probably some more memories about that. So we'll save that for another time.
I figure, you know what I mean? We can just get this joint out the way now. You know, when Bug come through, you know, we'll speak on it as we get closer to time. But I figured, like, why not just, you know what I mean, give a Sting episode. What's your last one?
That was the last one. It was, that was 3.
That was good.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was 3.
okay.
Yeah, it was the what was the Great American Bash, the Starrcade, and this match on Dynamite.
So before I get into my three, what was the first time you ever saw Sting?
WCW. WCW.
Nah, like literally the first memory you have of Sting. Like
The first memory I have of Sting were trading cards. Right? It was trading cards and like Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazines. Before I actually saw a match, I had a pack of trading cards from when he won the championship, Ron, that one you were talking about. He was in red, white, and blue tights. He had the star, the American flag makeup, and he beat Flair for the title. So that was my first time. See, it was either a combination. It was either that or seeing them in those. I used to get the Wrestler, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and then there's another one. I can't remember the name right now. I used to get those magazines religiously. I wish I still kept the the collection. But as far as like watching the match, it must have been like probably a VHS, maybe a rental, like a Blockbuster type of vibe. I wouldn't be able to tell you the exact match, but the first one that I really remember like that was the one I said with Booker T. Like that was one of the first ones that I can immediately like, oh shit, I loved that match. Probably saw a bunch of matches here and there, WCW Saturday Night, those type of things, but that match with Booker T against the Road Warriors for whatever reason stood out to me because I was way more familiar with the Road Warriors. You know what I mean? Yeah. I knew Booker T here and there from Harlem Heat, but I wasn't really watching WCW like that until probably 95, 96. Right. You know what I mean? Even when Hogan came there and Macho Man and all that, I was still a WWF guy. You know what I mean? But then when I started watching the pay-per-views, so it was really like, yo, Road Warriors, I'm not sure Booker T is kind of dope. Oh, this shit is kind of dope. Oh, this is dope. Oh, this is dope. You know what I mean? So probably around there.
Sidebar, we might have to do an episode, a special off-brand episode, maybe on the house, of the Hulk Hogan down years of wrestling. Like that 93 to like 90s to like right before NWO when it was just like, yo, John Cena didn't even have this down of his fucking season. Like
he had
a nasty down Jordan run.
Mean that
Michael
downtime
Jordan
when he was doing movies
crying
and
face
shit?
run. Like that was like
look, the end of his WWF run was that whack ass when he won the title. I think
that's all I remember. I never followed up until I got older. Like, what happened after that?
Bret Hart lost the title to Yokozuna, and all of a sudden, here comes Hulk Hogan for no reason, right? For no reason, and beats Yoko. It's not even a signed match.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, he literally just lost the match, and Hulk Hogan just runs in and pins Yoko, and now he's celebrating with the chant. He didn't even have knee pads on, bro. It was insane. It was insane. And then when he lost, he lost the match because it was like a photographer. It was the match against Yokozuna, and they had mad photographers around the ring, which, looking back on it now, WWF never did that shit, at least in that era, right? So it's sus off top. And one of the things was supposed to be one of the photographers was really working for Mr. Fuji, and it was an exploding camera, and he got the fire in his eyes, and Yoko rolls him up for the pin, and it was terrible. So then he leaves. He's doing Thunder in Paradise on TV, whatever. And then all of a sudden he pops up and he has this ticker tape parade to announce that he's part of, WCW. He has the wackest version of the old, Real American music. It's like, it's terrible, dog. It's like,
we're gonna do a deep dive on this, yo.
Terrible.
Say this for the Patreon.
But that's why all that Dungeon of Doom when he was feuding with the Dungeon of Doom, and that shit was terrible. I remember when he shaved his mustache off.
Yo, that period before the NWO was wavy because I had to go do like a research period of that, like as I got older, and I was like, yo, that was a nasty period for
dog. They were booing him.
Whoa,
Hulk Hogan as a face, 95, not as a heel. Before he was even considering turning heel, it was booing him because nigga, you're trash. Get out of here, brother.
Oh shit! All right, back to the Stinger. Save it for the house. We coming soon. Next episode.
3 Sting matches.
All right. So Ron, what was your first memory of Sting?
Honestly, my first memory of Sting was WCW NWO Revenge, and that was that was right before I was started watching WCW, and you just see all these characters, and I just see. I see Hulk Hogan, I see Sting, I see Larry Zbyszko, I see I think Ultimate Warrior. I mean, not Ultimate Warrior. Damn, dude that dresses in the black and white. The lucha guy. Man,
Vampiro?
not Vampiro because he
Oh,
was
La Parca.
La Parca, so La
Parca.
Parca, and these are like no name guys to me because like I wasn't into WCW. So right after that, I think that was like I got that 98, and then going to like 99 or 2000, and I think that was around the same time where now it was the WCW WWF Monday Night Wars, and I'm here with my cousin. We got two TVs. We're trying to watch both of them at the same time, and then
Wait, you line 2 TVs up next to each other?
That's fucking hysterical.
dog. He had
You're
he
in the
had
security office.
he had the
Man,
big.
buddy,
He had the
Fucking,
he
you're
had-
in the that's target theft prevention
That is
office.
OD.
listen. He had the remember the remember the big screen Mitsubishi TV.
Yeah.
And then he had, I think, the little RCA TV on top of the entertainment system.
I
And
love it.
And
I
we
love
would
it.
and
Can't
we were
put nothing
doing
on top of a flat screen now. Whack ass TVs.
not at all. This is before it became flat screen. And then
TVs used to be furniture.
yo, that's a fact, man. And then at that time, like I don't remember a specific match, but you tell how great he was because his character just outshined everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just remember that, the black hair, the white makeup, and the bat and all that. So and I watched like 1 or 2 matches in that time frame, and then WCW shut down in 01 and didn't see him until I don't know when he got signed to TNA because I stopped watching WWE in 05, so I don't know when he signed to TNA. Chat, you know what? When he go to TNA? Because I have no clue.
I'm gonna get into that one because my first impression of Sting, I was never there for any of this run that AO is speaking about. So it's like this is homework that I'm gonna be deep diving on. You know what I'm saying? So when I do an episode of One House, it's like, nigga, let's go down memory lane on Sting for a little bit. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I jumped in right in 2000. So like once I got N64 and then I got Smacked, was it No Mercy?
Yeah.
It was on. Like I was like, yo, what is this? Like then I started following the shit and actually watching wrestling, and then that's when I was like, oh, this is insane. Like Triple H, Cactus Jack, like I was over there. So when I finally tapped into WCW, I unfortunately was in the midst of the Scott Steiner, Jeff Jarrett funny chokehold of the World Heavyweight title. I don't know if y'all was in WCW in that era.
I remember,
but I was there for
Big
Chronic and Billy Kidman, and I was there for the Cruiserweight tag titles and Sean O'Hare. Like I was in a wavy area. Era
I remember like the New
Billy
Blood
Kidman,
versus the Millionaires Club.
Yes.
I just
Quee
remember
Wee, Norman Smiley. I was in a
Norman
wavy
Smiley.
area.
Oh my
That's
God.
another episode of the
Man
Ringside
said
Club. This is damn near Patreon level. This is another episode of RSC. The dying days of WCW. Like, I was there. Like, I was actually in the field.
Right.
So, like,
this is
I never
filthy. This is filthy animal.
This is filthy
era.
animal. This is a general huge erection. I'm like, oh, this shit is lit. This shit is fire.
The No Limit Soldiers was there.
Yo, this shit is lit over
Eric Bischoff with the gray hair.
Yo, Nitro. I'm like, I got wrestling on Wednesday. Oh, yeah.
It was Thursdays. I thought it was it was Thursdays for WCW.
Nitro is it night?
Nitro?
Thunder was Thursdays.
Thursday was Thursday. Yeah.
No, it was Thunder. Like
Thunder was on Thursdays. Yeah.
Thunder was the blue background.
Yeah.
And I just remember it so much because Scott Steiner's like fucking would go off, and it's just like,
oh my God,
fucking mayhem. Let's go. Very skewed view of
who was he with? Ladeja?
Medeja. The freak Medeja.
Yeah.
I just remember him with that thing on his head.
With this, son.
With that silver thing. I forgot what it's called, but
Scott Steiner appreciate episode. Like definitely Scott Steiner appreciation episode coming soon.
The Jersey Triad with Canyon and Bam Bam and DDP.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
That's a good one. So basically my Sting first thoughts of him and sights of him was basically just the video games and just ads and seeing the face paint. I already knew about the Crow. I knew the movie already. I was already very familiar. But when it came to actually seeing the wrestler Sting, I was just like, I never really saw him. Then that final match, 2001 Nitro, you know what I'm saying? Sting versus Ric Flair, the final Nitro. I think Vince, looking back on it, what I read was he just wanted to just see both them guys go out happy together and just like have a match and put a smile on it. That match to me, it was pretty dope because I was like, this is my first time seeing Sting like actually like wrestle. Because remember, Scott Steiner he was on his Legend Killer shit like early. He was like, yo, Kevin Nash, Sting, Booker T, Goldberg, like y'all all out of here. DDP, y'all washed. It's my era. So like I didn't see Sting. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really see Sting. So I finally see Ric Flair, and I was just like, this is crazy right here. Like, whoa, like this is memorable to me. So that's one of my three off top. Like that is my first time seeing Sting. Like legit as like, you know what I'm saying? A 9-year-old, 10-year-old kid. I'm like, wow, I'm finally seeing Sting for the first time. Like I finally can put this guy's real. There's no internet.
You can put a match to the face now.
I can put a match to the face now. Like, oh shit, this is what the hype was about. Like, okay, I see why everybody go crazy for Sting now. Like, I get it. That's like damn near how some people feel now when they watch Will Ospreay fight. They're like, oh, I actually okay. Like, crazy how it transcends. But, right. Ron, what you saying?
No, I was just saying instead of you just seeing him or playing with him on a
video game.
Yeah. That was my first experience. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Go ahead. My bad.
Second one would have to be versus Bully Ray, Slammiversary No Holds Barred 2013. I was there for the Sting era in TNA. He came through in like 2002-ish. He popped out for a little bit in the early NWA TNA, was like, yo, I'm still here, but I ain't really all the way in.
Yo, at that time, was that after the invasion? Invasion was 01, right? So he basically had to let his contract run, and then he joined.
You talking about the WCW invasion?
Yes. After that ended, and TNA started in 2002.
Yeah. Okay.
Sting made some cameos because I was just like, they treated it like a major acquisition, but they already was like, yo, he's been here before. Like, don't forget, he has actually been here.
Because it was NWA.
It was NWA. Now it's like, yo, we just here now. So it's just Sting is here. So Sting versus Bully Ray 2013. This was post Joker Sting. Like Sting was on a run at that time, man. Like honestly, like he was kind of dying out, but at the same time, it was like, yo, this Aces and Eights shit. Bully Ray is on fire. I can't believe I'm watching Bully Ray as a world heavyweight champion right now. He's kicking ass. He's a great heel. This is awesome. This is way better than seeing John Cena be the fucking 17-time WWE champion before he was close to being the 7th. He was at like reign 9, and I was just like, oh my God.
Here we go again.
2013, here we go. Like I jump back in, and it's still the John Cena verse. Like Jesus Christ. Like so Bully Ray versus Sting was dope because Bully Ray actually hit him with a pile driver on the ring exposed, and that's what like had everyone like, oh nah, Bully Ray wildin'. That's Sting. Like, how you gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? Clean run. My second one would be Kurt Angle, Bound for Glory 2007. As a Kurt Angle guy, I was fucked up. Like, yo, Sting is about to face Kurt Angle. And to some people, it might not be crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, I also sat through Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels live on pay-per-view. I paid for that. Like, I sat through that. So, like, now I'm watching Kurt Angle
and Sting.
Sting, yeah. I was like, yo, TNA's bugging right now. Like, bugging. And that was prime Perk Angle. That wasn't even prime. That was, like, the beginning of Perk Angle. Like, he had gotten warmed up that whole year against Samoa Joe. You remember, you was doing your deep dive against Samoa Joe. He'd already been there a year at this point. So, like, now he's in his, like, all right, yo, like, Samoa Joe is dead and gone. I'm taking everybody else's head off now. Sting, what's up? Like, let's get it. And that was the Bound for Glory main event, which is like, when you look at Bound for Glory cards, it's like, yo, Sting versus Kurt Angle was a main event? Holy shit. Like, that is quality right there. So, like, honestly, like, those three matches to me, like, easily are some of, I said Ric Flair, you know what I'm saying? Sting and Bully Ray. Like I said, some wrestling fucking equity right there. You know,
yo, the one I was surprised nobody mentioned was the Mania debut when our childhood came back to life. You know what I
I was
mean?
considering, you know what? I was
Yeah.
thinking about putting the WWE run in there, but I was also just like, yo, that shit didn't really have like the memorable matches I needed. Like that wasn't it. That wasn't
No,
me.
only that match. That would be the only match I would put because the rest of it just wasn't it.
I
Death
thought
Row.
about that, but
I'm
I
gonna
was
put
just
that there because I was like, yo, this actually was gonna be a solid match up until the unfortunate end.
Yeah,
Because I think Sting would have did more. He would have done more.
yeah. I thought about that, but I was like, you know what? We're gonna talk about Sting again. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna save that moment for that. And you only asked for 3 matches, so
I just never knew that we would ever see Sting. Nobody ever expected to see Sting in a WWE ring. So it was partially that novelty of the fact that, oh shit, like once the bell rang, it was like, yo, this is official. Like he's here. And it just never felt like the right fit though. Like
No.
Sting in WWE, just
No.
nah.
And it's crazy that his TNA run goes so underrated because, yo, he was killing it, bro.
I think a lot of people's TNA runs do. Like people never talk about Kurt Angle's TNA run like that, you know? And he was there longer than he was with WWE.
Yo, let me just list you some of the matches that Sting has before we get out of here in TNA alone. So some of y'all watching, you know what I mean, that y'all wasn't familiar, y'all could go tap into the Sting TNA discography. It's on Impact. It's on, what is it, TNA Plus? Like
TNA Plus,
they got the streaming now. You got Kurt Angle, you got Sting, Samoa Joe. You got Sting versus Christian Cage and Abyss. Sting versus AJ Styles multiple times. Sting versus Kurt Angle over a plethora of times, maybe like 10 times.
That Abyss, I remember I just saw, I think it was on the same card as Angle's debut, where Sting was the world champ at the time, and he had like some kind of hardcore match or whatever with Abyss. And he tied Abyss by his feet.
That was weak. That was weak.
No, it was weird as hell because I'd never seen it before.
I know. I was there for that time, son. That was
weird as hell.
That was a wavy period.
So he tied him up by his feet, like, and then attached the other side of the rope or the chain or whatever to the ring, and just had him hanging and hit him like a slab of meat at a butcher, and then just took a chair and started hitting this dude with the chair. I'm like, yo, I don't know what I'm watching right now.
Yo, Abyss was like those. Even though he had the title at certain points, he was like one of those. He's like Kane, or like maybe like a pseudo guy that you could just put in from WWE right now. That he was always that monster that you had to face when you were the world champion in TNA. Like, you got to have a match with Abyss no matter what. Like, you're gonna end up facing Abyss during your reign at some point and have an obnoxious hardcore run in this match and just make him look crazy.
That shit was strange, bro.
Sting, Hulk Hogan was actually fire. Bound for Glory 2011. That was insane. That was an insane period of time. Austin Aries, Bobby Roode, Jeff Hardy, the infamous Victory Road segment.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yo, I ordered that. I can't believe I actually ordered
Was that the last match?
Yo, bro.
Was that the main event? Tell me they put another match on it.
That was the main event.
Yo, they hit the copyright after that?
Yo, son. Yo, that was legitimately the waviest match I might have ever seen. We don't got about 8 topics, y'all, that we're going to branch off to in the next future episodes about probably the waviest.
Ron, have you ever seen this?
No, I haven't. I'm intrigued.
Ron, you never saw Sting versus Jeff Hardy, Victory Road 2011?
You had to have seen clips.
I might have seen clips. But
so here's the gist, right? Jeff Hardy was getting very high. And Jeff Hardy was supposed to be in a one-on-one match for the world championship against Sting. And Sting knew that he was fucked up. So Sting hits his entrance, Sting's in the ring. Jeff Hardy comes out, and he's like, nah, this match is not happening. So the ref rings the bell.
I heard about this.
The ref rings the bell. They lock up real quick. Sting turns him around for the Scorpion Death Drop, hits him, and then legit pins him. Like he puts all of his body weight, stiff pin, pause, and beats him. It's just like 10, 15 seconds of a match. Something like that.
I think I might have seen this before.
But Jeff wasn't right in his right mind, and he wasn't in any condition to actually compete. But this shit could have been a conversation in the back. Is what's nuts about this shit. They had these guys come out and pinned them right then and there. Like Jeff Hardy pops back up got this crazy look on his face. Sting is pissed. It was nuts.
Oh man, I got to look at this again.
It was an ugly belt. It had to go anyways.
Damn, man.
Speaking of gotta go. We done hit y'all with so much time, so much content. It's the Ringside Club. It's the Almighty.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, it's the Ringside Club. Catch us at theringsideclub.com. Peace to Bug. You know what I mean? We out of here.
Peace, guys. Peace, peace, peace.